Why not? Don't you know? Ladies and gentlemen, this evening we begin to learn to look through the eyes of others, to experience what the world is like for them. It is also the day we grow bigger than our differences and offer to everyone, regardless of historical rights and wrongs. This is a friendly welcome from me. We are deeply honored to welcome you, especially Brian Kelly, a major sponsor who has sponsored Nobel Peace Laureates to be part of PeaceJam conferences all over the world. We are honored to have you here. Thank you, Brian.
It helped me have a vision for the world as I wanted to see it. It didn't happen like this when I started to work in El Salvador or Nicaragua. It wasn't, oh, here I am and I'm an activist and now I know everything. It was, oh, I have to learn something from this. Often when we talk about peace, I've been thinking about this a lot lately. We talk about the peace side, right? We want sustainable peace. We want justice for everybody, equal justice before the law. We want equality for everybody. Doesn't mean I want to be a man. No offense, gentlemen. If you can't envision the change, how can you get there? What you're trying to do with other people is a good thing. I'm thinking if every person who felt that way did a little bit every week or every month, imagine the world we would live in. It is that easy. Just getting up and doing it. Thank you very much.
It's an incredible experience, especially tonight, to have like a panel with Jody Williams, which is one of my favorite because she's a rebel. I call her the rebel of all of the laureates because she's so young and in spirit.
Life moment, 13, 14, 15 years old, where either there's a death of an adult, some trusted adult in their life, and when that happened, something shifted. They start, searching for a sense of belonging. And often, because the way our communities are structured, they get it through gangs. Because gangs provide them income, sense of belonging, love, all the things that they're yearning for. They don't get it in the home structure, but they get it in a negative way. So it's not a positive way. And of course, then they start engaging in violence. And these are most of the young people that we worked with. And I'm very proud to say that now most of them have been, they're out, some of them are running businesses, and that leads me to talk about empowerment. 87% of homicides is caused by domestic violence. And this is the community and the space in which our young people come from. So you do have to look at the family structure, and you have to look at violence in the home.
We went to Westlake, we got the youth at Westlake, we started to pronounce about PeaceJam, how it can change their lives, how can they can work with other people, how can they give back to the communities.
PeaceJam was started in Denver, Colorado, very far away in the United States. And one of the founders was an artist and living in sort of a gang area in Denver. And he had made friends with some of the young people who were living on his street. He would buy them pizza in exchange for like finding out what's going on in their lives. Well, these young people who were 12 had all of a sudden turned 15, and he saw they were carrying weapons and they weren't in school anymore. They got on the topic of somehow of South Africa. It was during the apartheid struggles, a little after, and they were like, they didn't know who the president of the United States was, and they said, we don't know and we don't care because that president doesn't represent us, right? But they knew who Desmond Tutu was. They're like, there's this short man, and he's standing up to the guns of apartheid, and he's doing it without a gun. And they just were like so shocked by that. And so this man, Yvonne, who was the founder of PeaceJam, one of them, he was just like, wait a minute, what if we connect gang kids with like Nobel Peace Laureates? What if we got Desmond Tutu to actually meet with some of these young people? And that's how PeaceJam got started.
One of the important issues around peace that is not easily understood is that peace is a necessary transformational power, but it can only be true power if it's activated through small deeds, through persistent acts of goodness that creates greatness.
I get this part in a TV series, but it was the first of its kind in the New South Africa. It was a story of our people, a community story with a community storyline and a community family, and for 30 weeks, the whole country stood still to watch this epic drama. My goodness, I was just so shocked because I became the heroine to my community, and it was chaos. I had Michael Jackson playing before cell phones and internet and selfies. People wanted to touch you, people wanted to tell you your character, that other guy, Danny, is this on your afterkick. But it was hard to tussen duivels, they all know me 28 years later, they still know me as hard in the community, as a character.
I was very, very interested, and I was very motivated and inspired by the different aspects of the lecture, from leadership to inspiration to volunteerism to investment in different types of programs.
There's so many issues in the world, and our governments are corrupt. That's always going to be that way to an extent. It's up to people like us on the stage that are going to actually make differences in the communities. The one thing I do want to know too, and while our Nobel laureates are unbelievable, and the youth are amazing as well, there are a lot of people in between that make this program run that are true inspirations to me. With the PeaceJam kids, they have a full-time mentor, and it's just funny that his last name is Mentor. So Earl Mentor, I'd like to just give it up to you. Thank you all for having me.
In networking, you meet a lot of people from different countries. That's how you share, that's how you grow, that's how you interact, and that's how you empower yourself. Because if you empower yourself, you can go to your communities, you can give back, you can bring about positive change, you can help the next person to grow.